What's up, everybody? It's Nick from Close, and I'm here to show you a brand new tool that we just launched. It's completely free, and it's going to help you figure out what it's going to take to hit your revenue goals. So to go and find it, just head to close.com/tools, and then you'll see our library of tools that we have here that are free. We're going to click on the free revenue growth calculator tool, and bam, we've got it pulled up right here. So let's take a look at this. So what is the point of this tool? The point of this tool is to help people figure out the input required to hit a certain output, aka a revenue growth goal. So all of us in sales know what it's like, either leadership or you're in leadership or just somebody sits down and says, hey, we need to get things growing and we need to hit a certain target. And we need to 2x sales, 3x sales. We need to grow by 50%. People are just throwing out numbers that they think that sound good and would be absolutely awesome to hit. That's all well and good, but the thing that always gets missed or not thought about deeply enough is the input. What is it going to take to actually hit that goal? And on the sales side of things, the easiest metric to use to try and sanity check that goal is how many leads you're going to need. What leads are going to be required to come in the top of your funnel in order to come out the other side with revenue in your pocket and then also growing as well. So that's why we built this free revenue growth calculator tool. So let me dive in and show you how it works. So in order to get what you need in terms of leads needed, we need to go and fill out a few things. So the first thing is that up top, we need to know what duration of time you want to run this calculator or this simulation. So by default, it's set by a year. So let's keep it at that. Let's set this example over the course of the next 12 months, what we want to do. We're going to put in our current revenue. So let's say the company makes $500,000. And let's say that we want to grow by 50% over the next year. We really want to grow. We want to have $250,000 in additional revenue coming in the door as a result of a year from now, right? So now I'm going to look and see, okay, well, what is the average contract value? What is the average deal size over the course of a year that somebody is going to pay you for your product or service? If this is a software company and you're selling to small and medium-sized businesses, I think a good number, nice round number, is probably around 5,000. That's a good number to put. That's usually pretty average. And then next, we're going to go and look at the win rate. So for this calculator, it is not opportunity to close. This is lead in to close. So the win rate, the close rate is going to be a lot lower than what you're typically used to when you're doing this. So you have to really think about this and try to be as clear as you can and also honest with yourself too. So think about it this way. For 100 leads that come in the door, how many are you going to close? And that number usually for most companies is never above 10, so 10%. So to be, let's say, conservative or cautious here, let's put the number at 5%. So out of 100 leads that you get, 5 are going to close. And then lastly, which is really important, is to understand your revenue model. So in this calculator, we have a few models. One is non-recurring sales, so you just sell a service, you sell it to somebody for $5,000, and then you part ways. Or it's a software business or a recurring revenue model. And I think we put a couple of churn rates in here. This is monthly churn rates. So let's say we have, each month we lose 5% of our revenue to churn, natural causes, whatever it is. So let's put that in there. And then boom. I now have a clear number on how many leads are going to be needed to hit our target revenue growth of going from 500,000 to 750,000 over the course of 12 months. So what's great about this is that you look at this number and you think to yourself, is that even possible? Is there 13,000 leads in our target audience that we try to go after, or our total addressable market? Can we even process 13,000 leads? These are all these sanity checking things that really help drive what is going to be feasible or possible. And with all goals, they should be ambitious, but not impossible. That is how you're going to really push and hit your goals most of the time instead of just missing your goals all the time. Or even on the opposite side, hitting goals all the time because you're setting them too low, right? So you want them to be ambitious, but not impossible. So Is 50% really attainable here? You can see down here in the breakdown table what it's going to take each month in terms of leads needed, and you'll see that the amount grows over time. So you need to really look at that and see if that makes sense. So what's cool is that as you're understanding and seeing and sanity checking all of this, you can go and continue to adjust this. So let's say, okay, 5% is a little tough. What if we did 10%? Okay, now we need 6,700, but we have to keep that win rate at 10%. So really great to play with this model and put this together all for you. And of course, what really makes this calculator very helpful is that you can export this to CSV, so you can put this into any other model or simulations that you are putting together for you and your team. That is our free revenue growth calculator. You can access it at close.com/tools. Thanks so much.